John, I thought the whole Obamacare thing was in our rearview mirror.
That's right. We all thought so. We had an entire election about it, and in a sense, Obamacare, as it was then known, was repealed, but it was never really replaced with anything else. And what has happened now, Frank, is that a new crop of people in Congress, many of whom are self-declared socialists, and many of whom will be running for president in 2020, are now saying that they want to implement Medicare for all. What they're really calling for is single-payer, state-run healthcare that is like Obamacare on steroids, including, remember the false promise of Obamacare, if you like your insurance, you can keep your insurance. They're not even making that promise anymore. They are calling for Medicare for all across the board and the abolition of private insurance.
So for people out there who like their insurance, they don't get to keep it?
Well, listen, the idea is that everyone gets access to medical care. And you don't have to go through the process of going through an insurance company, having them give you approval, going through the paperwork, all of the delay that may require. Who of us has not had that situation where you got to wait for approval and the doctor says, well, I don't know if your insurance company is going to cover this? Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on.
Well, John, lots of people think Medicare works fairly well. What's wrong with Medicare for all? How is that different than the system we currently know?
When they say Medicare for all, they're doing a little rhetorical trick. What they mean is entirely state-run, single-payer medical care like you have, say, in Great Britain, perhaps. And the problem with that is that there's simply no way to afford that in this country. And frankly, Great Britain can't afford it as well. The Mercatus Center and even some left-leaning think tanks have estimated that this proposal would cost $32 trillion over a 10-year period. Just to give you an idea, that's $3.2 trillion per year. The entire tax revenue for the federal government of the United States is $3.4 trillion a year. So it would be financially, economically catastrophic. And another problem is that it doesn't work.
So we see a doubling of the national debt as a result, more than doubling of the national debt as a result of this. Now, to my mind, though, the single payer question is a misnomer. It is the government being the primary payer out of all of the healthcare expenses. But it's the single decider that's the real issue, isn't it? Because it's the government deciding who gets what, who lives and who dies.
That's exactly right, Frank, and that's the most troubling thing about this. From a sanctity of life standpoint, that's the biggest concern. When you have a limited amount of a resource, you have to find some way to allocate that. The current system does that through price, along with insurance and so forth. Instead, you would have to have government bureaucrats deciding who gets what treatment. We don't have to wonder what that would be like. The state of Oregon had a single-payer government healthcare system. And there were people who went through that system who had diseases, and the government decided for them, your treatment is not worth it, your outlook is not good enough, we are not going to pay for your treatment.
Unless you realize that human beings have a special and ultimate value based merely on being human, not earning it through having a capacity, then those who are deemed weak and vulnerable are very, very much threatened.
Such scenarios are not merely possible, they're already happening under healthcare rationing in America.
There were two cases in 2008, and this is really insidious. Barbara Wagner and Randy Stroop. Barbara Wagner had recurrent lung cancer, Randy Stroop recurrent prostate cancer. Both were terminal. But their doctors prescribed for them chemotherapy to extend their lives. The Oregon state Medicaid system said, no, we are not going to pay to extend your life, but be of good cheer. We will pay for your assisted suicide.
So Oregon wouldn't pay for the necessary medical care, but they did pay for something else. What was it?
They were willing to pay for assisted suicide. We won't pay to extend your life. However, we will pay if you want to go ahead and die now. We'd be willing to pay for that for you. Imagine that now. That's in the small state, the relatively small state of Oregon. Imagine that expanded to 320 million people in the United States.
Perhaps it's not too much to say that Medicare for all could be the greatest threat to the sanctity of human life ever perpetrated. Well, John, thanks for your great research and your good writing on this topic.
Thanks for having me, Frank.